Part 2 of...
Right, so I'm sorry for the interruption of digression onto another issue, but since it's germane to tomorrow, I want to share with you tonight because I know Ellie is going to go back home tonight and take a shave. So, what we talked about before about the concept of secular studies and in general, particularly the issue of philosophy, because Vilna Gaon writes in the halachas of Ma'inin u'Machashev, because the Rambam wrote a book called Moreh Nevuchim, as you all know. Moreh Nevuchim means leading the stray, those who are confused or lost. Nevuchim means I'm lost. Nevuchim, they're just lost and confused, they don't know where they're going. So actually the Chafetz Chaim told his son Rabbi Leib, who wanted to learn Moreh Nevuchim, he said, listen, Moreh Nevuchim is what it is, teaching the stray. If you have no problems, you shouldn't be learning Moreh Nevuchim. Of course, the Rambam wrote things that are very extreme. The Rambam says, where do you think karbanos come from? Where do you think karbanos come from? The idea of karbanos.
It's the middle.
From Trooper, for repentance.
Instead of you dying, you have to kill an animal.
Beautiful, Rambam, correct? Rambam says something different. Rambam says, you know what? The Jews...
A soul for a soul.
He says the Jews were busy sacrificing animals in Israel. It was a kind of habit. That's what they did in Egypt. And God was afraid that they couldn't break away from that habit. They were an addiction. So God said, do it, but do it in honor of God. In other words, it was residue of a behavior that came from Mitzrayim. Avodah Zarah. It was a practice of Avodah Zarah that was kind of transferred in honor of the Eibishter. Now you could imagine how Rabbi Leib and the other contemporaries of his would react, and hence cause that great big fight about Rambam's works and have public burning of a lot of things that he said. Right? Rabbeinu Yonah wrote the Sefer Sharei Tshuva, the Rabbeinu Yonah, all because he wanted to be mechaper, atone for his sin, on burning the Rambam's books. Do you know that? He participated in burning the Rambam's books. So kapara for that, he wrote the Sefer Sharei Tshuva, and he went to his kever, surrounded it 7 times, and asked mechila from the Rambam. So that's how the Rambam was a philosopher, and the Vilna Gaon in Hilchos Ma'anin u'Machashev somehow goes on a tirade. The Vilna Gaon doesn't do it any other place, anywhere in the Bir HaGron. In the second chelik of Yoredeya, the Vilna Gaon writes as follows: the cursed philosophy turned the Rambam's mind and heart away from the derech of Torah.
Cursed philosophy?
Yeah, meaning all philosophy is cursed. And Rambam was a philosopher, so when Rambam wrote, like for example, Rambam held that there was no shadim, there were no ghosts. So Rambam was what they call a naturalist, not, what they would call today a naturalist or whatever it may be. And that opened up a lot of things for people today, even today, what's affecting certain people today. I'm not going to go and mention names, but people...
When we look in Gemara Brachos, it discusses Shadim on the first page.
Very good. So he said that's only a mushal and a nimshal. So the Rambam wrote absolutely, there are no Shadim, it's a myth, it's a Baba Mice, it never happened. And the Vilna Gaon said, cursed philosophy, who taught you that everything has to be evidence and proof and this and that, all kind of, that took you away from the Derech of Torah. Oh. Yeah? And then when they asked Rambam afterwards, before he was nifta, what would you wish for yourself in Olam Haba? I would love to be within the Dalar Amis of the Rambam. So it wasn't a personal attack as much as it was like he was a principled attack on the Shita, not on the Rambam. So the Kotzker Rebbe came to make a yishuv, an answer, to mitigate this question, rather than litigate this question, to mitigate the question about the ghosts and not ghosts. He said something that you probably heard before in the higher level of Amunas HaChamim. This is what he said. A sharp thing. I hope you remember everything I'm saying. I'm taking out all the stuff out of the ammunition out of the
reserves.
So he says like this. He says that really there were ghosts. The Kotzker Rebbe says no steer Rambam in the Gra. Rambam took ghosts. Rambam Paskin, there were no more ghosts. They all left. They packed out. Because without Torah, they packed out. They left. That's what he said. Now it comes to full circle to Lag B'Omer. The Gemara says like this. The Gemara says, Amar Rabbi Akiva, who was of Hafnei Kamoicha, Zekhan Gadol V'Tay. Remember the song he had after and Rabbi Akiva come out Allah Sani, you shouldn't do the offend, and all different things Rabbi Akiva said. He used to give away his bed to other people and everything. The whole life was full of that. He said, Amar Rabbi Akiva, Dor HaMidbar Ein Lahem Chaylik L'Olam Haba. The generation of the people walking through the desert from Egypt have no share in Olam Haba. Whoa. So Gemara says, Kara Olav Rebbe. So Gemara said Hedron. Kara Olav Rebbe. Rebbe said about him, Shafke Rabbi Akiva L'Chasidusei. Rabbi Akiva just parked his righteousness on the side when he made a remark. He forgot about being righteous. I mean, be down on Kapschus. Rashi says, Shahayarogel Lalamed Schus Al Yisrael. He used to say the positive things and not say, how would he say? Dara Midbar. So the Meir Shapiro of Lublin asks a powerful question. What difference is what he said? Didn't say how he said, why he said, who cares? If they have it, they have it. If they don't have it, this happened a long time ago. What's the difference? So he says something very, very powerful, Meir Shapiro. Listen closely. He says, Rebbe was saying, what are you doing, Rabbi Akiva? If they're in Olam Haba, you're so powerful. And when you said, Dor HaMidbar, Ein Lehem Chelik L'Olam Haba, they took him out of Olam Haba and put him in the Gehenna. Even though, because you paskin, once you paskin, the koyach of psak that you have, is that if you said they don't have Olam Haba, so the Eibishter, even the Eibishter, because Leib Shemayim, here we paskin. I did that with Ramoshe Feinstein. Ramoshe Feinstein once writes that 102 is Sakanat Nefashis. If you have 102 temperature, you're allowed to cool back. You're allowed to take it from home. So many doctors said, come on, 102. I told him, yeah, until Ramoshe said it, you're right. Once Ramoshe said it, now it became a Sakana. Tzaddik Moshe B'Yiras Alikim. A tzaddik runs the teva. The world is run by tzaddikim. Moshe Rabbeinu could have spoken to the rock, and the water would have come out. What more control of the teva? So if Moshe Feinstein says that 102 is because of that, even though it wasn't before that when he said it, but now what it becomes. But that's a high level of Amun Zacham. I don't know if you have to believe in that. It's just a point I want to make. Rabbi Shapiro says this. If you could see that level of Rabbi Shapiro, it's unbelievable. But it's a very powerful point.